And we're back to preview and talk Ohio State football with none other than Hall of Fame running back Jeff Logan. And Jeff, a late season off week, a bye, really couldn't have come at a terrible time for Ohio State as it's an unbeaten season, but a time to lick the wounds, let those bruises heal a bit. Late October is a great time for one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think the season's kind of unique in that every team is getting 2 byes now under the schedule, and the scheduling of Ohio State's after their first 3 games and then after the next 4 sets you up for the month of November just right where you want to be. And as we all know, you want to play in that Big Ten championship game. You got to win the month of November, and that all starts with this game on Saturday against Penn State.
And let's dive into it now. We really have no game to look back on, as 2 weeks ago seems like a month at this point. No one in August ever thought that Penn State will be coming to town with a new coach.
You know, we thought for sure that this was going to be a 1 versus 2 matchup, just like happened with the Texas game. And then, my goodness, all of a sudden, all heck breaks loose. Penn State loses a double overtime game at home to Oregon. They lose 4 in a row. Their coach is fired. Their quarterback is injured for the rest of the season. And Ohio State's a 3-touchdown favorite, which blows my mind that an Ohio State-Penn State game could have that kind of a differential in the scores. But yeah, that's the way the experts are seeing it. And I think, the history of this game will tell you it's going to be much closer than a 21-point spread.
I would agree, because Penn State still has elite talent at a lot of positions, including running back, one of the best Ohio State will see all year.
No doubt about it. And, if you look at the fact that Drew Aller, the quarterback, is out for the season and they lost their head coach, those are the only 2 deductions from this team that was ranked 1 or 2 in the country at the beginning of the season. So I don't know how you could sit there and say that this is a broken team, with the exception of knowing what their mental attitude is after 4 straight losses. And their interim head coach, Terry Smith, seems to be doing a great job getting them ready. And if you want to find a solution to a terrible season for Penn State, it would be to come into the horseshoe and really take one out on the Buckeyes. So we better be ready to play.
It would probably make their whole season at this point, wouldn't it?
No doubt about it. And if you just look around what's been going on in college football all year, big programs have lost games to people they should have beaten. And, this is one of those games where at least the experts are saying this is a team we should beat. But you better have your A game prepared, or they will come in and do what has happened to a lot of other programs around the country. So absolutely a possibility.
And, of course, the wild card that is Jim Knowles, the guy that was coaching the Buckeye defense last year, coordinating Penn State's defense, and nobody knows Ohio State's players like him.
No, you're exactly right. And, that whole relationship ended kind of abruptly, obviously, at the end of the national championship season. And I don't think anybody in Buckeye Nation is going to complain about the job that is getting done with this defense now under new leadership. So it'll be interesting to compete against Jim Knowles. But I got to believe he's been working on his resume, because I can't imagine that there's any way he stays at Penn State under a new coaching staff. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Jeff, we have to have your forecast. How do you see Penn State, Ohio State finishing up?
Well, we lead the country in scoring defense, giving up less than 6 points a game, which is the lowest number in the entire history of college football, dating back to 1993. So that gives you some idea of how good this defense is. But Penn State is a solid opponent. I think they put up 14 in this game. I've got Ohio State with 31 and Penn State with 14. We don't cover, but we get the W.
Boy, I can't argue with that. That sounds really close to what I was thinking, which was 33-10, but 31-14 may be on money.
I'll take it either way.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you. Enjoy the game, and we'll talk again next Friday morning.
All right, brother. Go Bucks.